Welcome back. Been quite a while. Haven't had the opportunity to play much lately, but let's try and get a good game going. I'm going to play my Gambit that I've been enjoying. It's this Caro, and now we're in the cousin system to the Black Mardeemer. I'm going to aim to control the E and F files with some rooks. Once I get my bishops out and castled. Now, I'm not sure which direction I want to castle yet. I usually develop this bishop. I'm going to here or here. I have a habit of bringing it out to c4 to eye the f7 square. But on my reviews, it always seems to be better placed on a d3. I could go ahead and develop my bishop to defend my pawn in case it's taken, in case he swaps this knight. And I think I will do that. I think I'm going to do that for now and just kind of wait and see. Maybe look at lifting the queen and getting developed by castling queenside. So I'm expecting just continued development on black's part, probably knight f6 or e6 to get the dark squared bishop out. Both seem like the most reasonable responses. Okay, he goes e6. Okay, there's not another piece that can pile up yet on the knight. I'm tempted to develop the light square bishop and retain my option of castling kingside or queenside. And it's not clear that I want the queen on d2 yet. It's a nice battery, but I'm probably going to want it over here on the on a battery with the rooks. So let's develop the bishop. This is a good diagonal for the bishop. Assuming black castles kingside. So black has a piece out, one piece. I have 4 at the cost of a pawn. I like that trade. I'm usually very comfortable with a lead in development and the initiative on my side. That's my style of play. So we just got to make it work to our advantage. We can't let up, can't lift our foot off the gas when we're ahead in development and we sacrifice material to get that lead. It's only a pawn, but if we just let off the gas and trade off into an end game down a pawn is a dismal situation to be in. So he's really taking his time thinking. Looks like our opponent's from Germany. And joined January of last year. I've been playing about a year on chess.com with this account. Okay, so he develops the queenside knight first, which really I'm curious about. It sends the signal that he's going to want to castle queenside. Can't say that I blame him too much. So I'm going to castle kingside. I'm going to develop my rook to this open file, and I'm going to see if I can't take advantage of my lead in development with a kingside attack. Okay. So the knight's developed. I'm going to slide my queen over maybe to bring it to a more active position to attack. That's one idea. It also connects my rooks. I like hmm, I like well, if I go to E1, he can pin my knight with a developing move. I'd like to, I don't know. I guess that trade really doesn't bother me too much. I'll be left with the bishop pair. There's also queen E2. It doesn't break the pin, but it prevents another pin from coming. I think I'm going to go E1, queen E1. And I'm going to let my cat out real quick. Okay. So I've gone queen E1 with the idea of maybe queen to G3 or queen F2, rook A to the E1. And I'm going to have a pretty powerful attack king side. These bishops are amazingly placed for a kingside attack. Oh, he took the knight. He took the knight. So I'm going to take with the rook. So I have already castled. I don't want to expose my king more. And I want to leave the F file open. Hmm. Okay. So queen to G3 just invites knight H5, protecting and attacking. So queen to H4 makes a discovered attack available. Maybe not there, but some other knight move over here, and my queen's under attack. I'm wishing I would have gone queen to e2 now, but then he may not have taken, so it'd be a different position altogether. Um, I'd like to keep my queen on the e file because I want to jump up to e4 and threaten this attack on the h7 pawn, but that'll be more effective after he's castled. Hmm. Well, I think my idea might just be to triple up on the f file then. Well, that invites knight to g4. And I don't want to give up my dark square bishop for the knight there. Trading pieces just kind of favors black. I think I'm going to bite the bullet and go queen to e2 now. Prevents this fork, so I can save my bishop, and it prepares sliding the other rook over. So I think that's my move. Okay. I'm not going to think about that too long. That's where that rook belongs. So, okay. Now, threading my knight and my bishop. If I move the bishop back, I don't think I want to give up the bishop. Maybe back just one. Although queen b6 will threaten here and here. Then I can take the knight and go queen to e4, threatening here. I'm going to go back one. Yeah, I'm going to go back to d2. If he takes the knight, I'm taking with the pawn to strengthen this d4 pawn. If he goes queen b6, I go knight takes, c takes, and I don't have queen here. Oh, he threatens the light square bishop. I sack here. King takes. Rook h3 check. With queen here coming. Bishop takes h7, king takes h7, rook h3 check. That's got to be devastating. Is there a block? He can block with the bishop, but then I still come in with the queen. I think I can sack here. Because he left the knight. The knight left the protection of the... And if he brings the knight back, I can just sack the other rook for it. But if he goes backwards with the queen, with the king, then the queen's coming to h8 for mate. So it was very, very important to keep a knight here protecting the h7 square. Suppose he could sack the queen. Lift here to try and run with the king. Nope, he's just going to resign. Good game, friend. Let's look at our game review. It was only 17 moves. Pretty good accuracy, 88.6. One brilliancy, which I'm guessing is bishop takes h7. Looks like it. Play that at 2200, 2250. That's what I like to see. So this is a very fun gambit I've been playing. It has a lot of similarities with the Blackmore Deemer, but against the Caro, this pawn is just, it looks very silly there, and white has a huge initiative. It even calls developing the bishop here with this pin a mistake. So what is black's best idea here? Maybe to develop a knight, get moving on the king side. It's a book move. Okay, just simply developing the knight, but I'm down a full pawn, but the eval says 0.4, so negative 0.4 for black, and that's perfectly acceptable. I'll take that all day long for this kind of advantage, this kind of lead in development, not an advantage. So the best move it's calling is bishop to f5. Interesting. I've never seen that played. Everybody always jumps out and pins this knight. It also says this move is an inaccuracy. So, I mean, I typically develop the bishop here or here, and I want to say thanks here. No, it also calls that inaccurate. Kick. It wants me to kick the bishop. I need to remember that because this is the move I see most frequently. It wants me to kick the bishop. Okay. Another inaccurate move. I thought he should have just developed a knight. Yeah. Computer agrees. Another inaccurate move. Probably wants me to break the pin here with the bishop. But I think this d3 square is more active. Also inaccurate to break the pin. Kick the bishop. It's hung up on kicking the bishop. Okay. I don't know. I like development. I when I play Gambits, it's all about getting the pieces out. So that would have been a difficult move for me to find, even though I've reviewed it many times. Okay. Black still has an edge here, 0.6 on the eval. It does call Queen E1 the best move. Okay. I don't feel as bad about that. I was regretting the decision after the fact, but um, it does look nice, until I have to take back with the rook. Best. That's inaccurate, and we have a slight edge for white now after this bishop development. I think black probably should have continued with his plan to castle queenside, maybe gone uh, with the queen move, castle to queenside, because my pieces are monstrous over here. Um, what is the best move? Maybe just queen here. Queen c7. It's a good move. It's the best move. Okay, develop the bishop here to block this diagonal. Okay. This is a mistake. I thought long and hard about this move, and it doesn't like it. So what should I have done here instead? Other candidate ideas. I mean, I didn't like this because knight h5. But then maybe I can just go back and there's no more threat of the fork here, and I'm threatening this. That's the best move. I was boxing shadows here. I didn't want him to just attack my queen, but it makes perfect sense now in the recap because if he does attack, I just slide back here, and there's no more threat of forking the bishop and queen. I'm attacking f7, and the knight over here on the edge of the board is uh, gonna be a bit of a target. Okay, so I hem-hawed around and I moved my queen to d2. He castled. This is also, that just seems so natural. Inaccurate move. What is it calling the best move? Get the king to the corner? I don't know about that. After lifting the queen, I don't know if I could, in good conscience, not bring the rook. And there's my brilliancy. And I think it's forced from here. It's just, I only have a 0.4 edge on the eval. So apparently there is a way out of this. That was a good move. Maybe I should have gone with the queen first. Might have been slightly more accurate. That's a blunder. Blocking is a blunder. He probably, how does he get out of it? He comes back. And then I come in with the queen. And then he's got f5. And his king gets to run. And I did see that in the game, but I check. He brings his king. Maybe I'll bring my knight just to get it into the party. That does give him a chance to get his knight over here and protect this square, though. That might be trouble. It's a bit of a razor's edge. Um, so maybe I check here king here and lift the rook. No, maybe. I'm gonna have to play this out because this is a. If I'm gonna sacrifice a piece, I'm gonna have to learn to calculate all through that before sacking the piece in a longer time control game. Because this is a dead equal position. But I've sacked material, which means I've got to continue to um, press the attack. So Queen H7 is the best move. Queen H7, King F7, and Queen H5 check. King G8. It's saying perpetual is the best line here for white. G6 is losing. King F6 is mate. So best line is a perpetual, just back and forth. Okay, well, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming back to watch some chess. Hopefully it's not quite as long before I get some more videos up. Been a really busy month. It's going to continue to be a very busy month for me, but come back and enjoy some more chess.